Hi everyone, I am Mayuri. I am currently studying BTech first year in CSC. Today I am going to present you implementation of stacks using linked list. First let us go through the source code. In source code first we have to include two header files. Those are standard input output header file and standard library header file. After that we have to create a node. In that we are declared data and next pointer. Next pointer is used to store the address of next node, and after that we have to initialize the top value to null, and then we have to declare the four functions. Those are void push function and void pop function, void peek function and void display function. In void display function, firstly, we have to check whether the top is null or not. If top is null, print that stack is empty. If top is not null, create a temporary node and initialize the temp value to top and print that elements of stack. And here we are using while loop. In that while loop, the condition is temp not equals to null. If temp equals to null, after the while loop, we have to print that statement null, and in while loop print that %d temp data. In this %d we get the value of temp data, and here after that we have to update the temp value to temp next. And this is all about display function in stacks. And next function is peek function. In this also we have to check whether the top is null or not. If top is null, print that stack is empty. If top is not null, print %d is the top element. It means peek element. Peek element means top elements of the stack. After that, in this %d we get the value of top data value, and this is the peek function. Next we have pop function. In this also we have to check whether the top is null or not. If top is null, print that stack is empty. If top is not null, create a temporary node and initialize the temp value to top value and update the top value to temp next, and then print that %d is deleted temp data. Here in this %d we get the value of temp data, and here we are using free function. Free function is used to delete the element, and that we are using that free function free of temp. Temp value is deleted and top value is updated to temp next, and this is what pop function in stacks. And next we have push function. Push function means we have to insert the new element to stacks using linked list. Firstly, we have to create a new node. Here struct node is the data type, and then we have to allocate memory for new node using malloc function. It is new node equals to struct node pointer malloc size of struct node, and we have to ask data from the user, that is n. New node data value equals to n, and we have to check if top is null or not. If top is null, update that next value to null and top value to new node. And else if top is not null, new node next value will be top and top value will be new node. And these are the four functions we have to go through. And here main function, firstly we have to declare choice and n. N is the data from the user, and here we are using do while loop for repetition. It is one of the iterative statement, and after that we have to print the four options. We are giving four options to the user: push operation, pop operation, peek operation and display elements of stack, and finally exit from the program. Fifth option is that, and we have to ask user for enter the choice and scan that choice. Read the choice as %d and store it as choice, and we have to give choice to switch statement. Here there are 5 cases. First case, we are giving that option 1 push operation. For that we have to insert the value into the stack. For insertion, we have to ask value from the user and print enter one value and scan that value, that is %d, and it is stored as n, stored as address of n, and we have to call the push function and break. In second case, we are giving that option pop operation. In pop operation, we have to call pop function and break. In case 3, we are giving that peek operation. For that we have to call the peek operation and break. In case 5, we have display function. We have to call that function and break. In case 5, we are given that exit from the program. For exit from the program, print that exiting and then return 0, then it will be exit from the program. It stops execution. And in default case, we print that invalid choice. And after this, we have to include the while loop. In this, choice is not equals to 5. If choice is equals to 5, then it will be exit from the program. That's why the choice is not equals to 5. And this is all about the program. We have stack implementation using linked list. And here we have input and output. Let us go through it. Firstly, it shows that 5 options that what we are given in main function. These are the 5 functions: push operation, pop operation, peek operation, display elements of stack, and exit from the program. After that, we have to ask that enter choice. And if the user enters 1, that is push operation, we are going to insert the value into the stack and ask that user to enter one value, and the user enters 90, and after this we are given that it will showing this the 5 operations, that is 5 options. Again the user enters 1 and the user enters the value 20, and also he enters the value 35 and 99. Here he enters this, and again it will showing like the 4 options, and again the user enters the 1, that is push operation. Now he enters 20 and then he enters 35, and here the user enters 4, that is display elements of stack, and here the elements are 99, 35, 20, 90 followed by null. So that's why we are given that after while loop null is printed like this, and after this it will showing like the 4 options like this, and the user enters 2, that is pop operation. Here top element is 99 and it is showing like 99 is deleted, and next he enters 4, that is display elements of stack. After deletion of 99, it is showing like 35 followed by 20, 90 followed by null. 99 is deleted, and again it is showing the 5 options, and the user enters 3, that is peek operation. In peek operation, here we have 35 is the top element, that is the peek element, so it is showing like 35 is the peek element, and again it is showing the 5 options. Those are push operation, pop operation, peek operation, display elements of stack and exit from the program. And he enters 5, that is exit from the program, and it stops execution from this. So it is the input and output. It's all about implementation of stacks using linked list. I hope you all understand this. Thank you for giving this opportunity.